We're at Party at the Park with Caddy Cooper, who, by the way, knows her way to a man's heart. Instant merchandise. Massive fan, Caddy. You've just stepped off the inflatable stage. How did it go?
Yeah, oh, it was fabulous. It was just a fantastic opportunity to play for a really great crowd of people. Everybody's having such a good time.
More about the crowd, because we've got a whole range of people there, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is it odd for a musician like yourself, who's played all over the world, done places here, places there, big rooms, small rooms, to play to people eating picnics? What's that like?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
It's never a dull moment. You know, it's one of my favourite parts of touring, is just the fact that the audience is always different, no matter where you go. And, you know, small intimate venues with small audiences are fabulous in their own right, because you get a chance to get a bit of banter going. But what shocked me was, of a nearly, 4,000 people in the crowd, I still managed to get some banter going with a few people on the way. So I had a great time. It was really, really fun.
Do you at all change what you're doing though? Do you slightly tweak some areas?
Yeah, you change the medium a little bit, in the sense that, I do it with every show really. If I notice that the crowd are focusing on something in particular, or they're really giving off a good vibe to an upbeat song as opposed to something slow, then I'm gonna roll with that and alter my set accordingly. So. It was definitely an upbeat show. There were no slow, heartbreaking numbers in this set, that's for sure.
So talk to me quickly about the journey that you've got to get here today to Bracknell, right? Because you're from Australia.
That's right,
and
yes.
You do a load of country stuff, which is a bit of a contradiction anyway, isn't it? Australia doing American country things?
Country music is really big in Australia, actually. There's definitely a market for it, and I grew up listening to Cajun blues. Actually, my dad is a guitarist, not by trade, but for fun. And I very naively thought that was country music, and learnt pretty quick that my friends thought that was supremely uncool. So I actually trained as a classical soprano and went into music theatre. And I did a bunch of the major shows. I did Sound of Music and Fiddler on the Roof and all of that sort of stuff, which was great fun. And then at 21 I moved to the UK with my parents, and thought West End, here we go, and failed dismally.
No failure.
Yeah.
Bracknell.
Well,
that's not a failure, Caddy. South Hill Park.
The story turns around. As it turns out, I hit 25 and music theatre wasn't working for me, so I'd always been writing since I was very young, and thought let's give this a go and see what people say, and everything just fell into place from there. We've got 3 albums on the boil now. I've got a live EP on its way out at the end of the year, and then a further 2 albums. Actually, we're going into the studio to record in November, and touring. It was 9 countries last year. It's 9 so far this year. Wow. So it's just a joy. I get to do what I love for a living. I couldn't ask for more.
Well, I mean, you've actually struck gold, because Bracknell, come on, 4,000 people, it's that Party at the Park.
This is fabulous.
You know how to do it.
This is a wonderful thing. And free festivals don't happen anymore. They really don't. I mean, the festival market is very commercial, and I think it's rightly so. It gives artists the opportunity to offer their music to a really diverse audience, which is fabulous. But chances are you're going to have to pay a lot for a ticket, and with funding as it is now, it's tough. It's tough all over. So for a festival like this, to be free to families, so anybody can come along and enjoy some really high quality music, that's a wonderful thing, and I think we should really embrace that.
I mean, 3 albums out right now. Where do you go from here?
Well, as I say, I've got a live EP that I'm going to be launching in London in October this year, and then I'm recording another couple of albums for the end of the year. I'd say I'm likely to release those, well, one of them at least, at the beginning of next year. I've just signed with a new publisher, so I'm on the journey to writing for other people at the moment too. So, it's a fairly diverse future at this point. I
enjoyed the phrase "on the journey," by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think I could pull off the phrase. I don't think that's really. It's not befitting of me, I mean, so on these, on the albums, and on the newest stuff that's coming out, the live EP.
Yes.
What's the range of covers to original stuff? Because out there today, you did play a few covers to get the audience going.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you make the decision over what's played, what makes the grade, when you do original, when you do covers?
Well, today there were, I was really lucky actually. As I was walking backstage, there were a bunch of people that said, "Caddy, we've seen you here at the Wild Theatre a number of times. We're here to see you again. We're really pleased to see you on the bill," which is surreal and wonderful, you know, but also there's several thousand people out there who've never heard anything that I've done before. So this was kind of, I guess you could say, an introduction to Caddy Cooper. So I throw in a few of my own tunes and then I offer an audience something that they'll know, that they can identify with as well. On all of my albums so far, it's all original music because I love to write, so that's what I love to release. There are a couple of covers on the live EP, and that was just because they turned out really brilliantly at the recording, and I felt it was important to share them. With the other albums, it'll be mostly original music all the way. I love singing other people's songs, but there's a special place in my heart for singing my own.
Oh, there's nothing you like this thing. I want to let Daylight in upon magic here for 1 second. Right, meant to be chatting to Caddy, and she went, "Oh, I just probably going to take 15 to 30 minutes before I come up here because I'm doing some signings." How did that go?
Oh, it was really, really lovely, actually. I had a great time. As I say, the audience here are so receptive. Everybody is so enthusiastic. And I had one lovely lady who came up and said, "I've never seen you before and I don't know why," you know, so, which is just so sweet. So it's nice to be able to chat to the audience and see what they thought and get to know some stories and some people. So it was lovely. There was a line of people waiting.
That just makes it completely worth doing a free festival, isn't it? I mean, if one person comes up to you and says, "You know what, you've sold me. I'm a convert now." That's worth it. Well, I am too.
There we are. Looks, it suits you.
Do we think pajama gear or outside gear? Do you want me to?
Well, either, whichever you prefer, whichever you're most comfortable. You can use it to clean your car if you'd
No,
but,
please.
That artwork that's on your chest very, very bravely right now, I did with my own fair hand.
Did you?
Actually, yeah.
I mean, I was going to say this is probably why I can't clean my car with it. It'll be back smudges all over the Toyota then. But you're wearing very similar clothes yourself.
I am. That's true. Yeah, I'm like one of those psychiatry paintings today.
I think probably the best dressed of the people we've got going.
Oh, now
Fun kind of wearing suits.
They are, and they're looking pretty sharp. I have to say.
It's easy to coordinate though. You coordinate with yourself, which is a challenge. You know, in the nice way possible, obviously. So, Caddy, gonna play a track for us? Is that all right?
That's absolutely fine.
Perfect. Hello. So we've got 3 possible tracks that Caddy Cooper's going to do for us. Right, we're putting them in here. 1, 2, 3. In the merch bag.
That's it.
Plugging. Here we go. I'm going to give you the choice.
Oh, no pressure. All right.
What have we got? This is London Town. There you go.
All right.
Feel free.
We'll give it a little bit of that. Right. All right. I love to hear that clickety-clack. Take off my boots and I'll sit right back. This train is gonna take me back to London town. It may seem funny, but it ain't no joke. I'm itching to be switching to that old big smoke. Good Lord, yes, I'm heading back to London town. Whoa, don't get me wrong, this ain't the same old song about moving on and what went wrong. I ain't in no position to lead no inquisition, but Lord, how I love that London town. Ooh, yeah. This country life, it suits me just fine, but now and then it just feels the time. Whoa, I should be heading back to London town. Them blues and clubs be all around. Take my guitar, said I'll bring that house down. Good Lord, how I love it here in London town. Whoa, don't get me wrong, this ain't the same old song about moving on or crying all night long. My blues be unraveling when I get to traveling. won't be here forever, but now it's just fine, fine, fine. Every time I come around, I love that London town. These city lights don't ever let me down. Said it's time I took a train back to London town. Yeah.
What a choice. Thank you so much, Caddy. That's amazing.